I'm gonna get straight to it. This gonna be a quick vid, I guess, that you could label supernatural. So I had to be. I'm thinking about 13 years old, and I lived in Illinois at the time. And my aunt, longtime boyfriend, or should I say husband, I'm really not sure which one he was. Um, but I know he had seizures and he drank a lot. My aunt drunk as well, but she used to drink. I think she still does because she's still around, but I never seen her sloppy drunk or not being able to handle her alcohol. But I'll get straight to it, okay? I'm not sure if she wanted him drinking in the house or drinking at all. So one particular night or day, I'm not even necessarily sure what time it was. I know he left out the house to go drink. And in the midst of him going out drinking, the story was he had a seizure. Now it was winter time, so it was snow on the ground and stuff at this time. So the story is that he went out drinking and he had a seizure. Fell out. I don't know if he froze to death or whatnot. I know he passed away. So honestly, I don't even remember a funeral or anything, me going to a funeral or nothing. But I don't know how long after he passed away. But I know he's been passed for quite a while this particular night. But I couldn't give an exact date, like 5 months, 6 months, a year, etc. But anyway, the way the house is built back then, well, it's still there because my aunt owned the house. My room would have been first. The second room would have been my cousin Sweetie's. Well, technically, the second room would have been my aunt's, and the third room would have been my cousin Sweetie's room, her daughter. But the way the house is built, it's like my cousin Sweetie room would be like directly in the middle of the hallway, like not in the middle, but the last room. That's why I said my aunt room would be second, because as far as in close range or whatever, I don't know what to call them type of houses. It's a small house. But anyways, I used to sleep with my door open. And one particular night, now don't get me wrong, I've always used to see things in that house in a lot of different places. But it's never nothing that like I could really explain or anything at the time. I never was really afraid of it. It always looked like somebody was just going back and forth. But this was even before he passed away, so. But anyways, so one particular night, now I've always had a problem with sleeping. Especially as a younger guy, man, I would stay up like all types of nights. But anyway, this particular night, I'm laying back, and the way I was laying back, my feet was by the door, with my room door with the door open. Don't ask me why I was sleeping on the floor. I know I had a bed, but for some strange reason, I remember me sleeping on the floor. So as I'm laying back, I see a shadow now walk past the room. Now, I went past the fact that I saw my aunt, my cousin, and her daughter, because my room was first, so I could see everybody going to bed. So I seen every last one. Altogether it would be well, five, because my cousin Sweetie had a daughter and a son. So anyway, I know for a fact they all went in the rooms because we all went to bed. So a shadow went by, and I'm like, what the heck? in my head, but I didn't think much of it until my aunt was like, Cheyenne, what do you want? I'm like, my heart skipped a beat because I'm like, I know for 100% fact that Cheyenne has passed away. And she's talking to this whoever or him or I don't know as if it was just normal. My aunt was kind of different too, but that's a whole nother story. But it really freaked me out because I'm like, I know for a fact this man has been deceased. I don't know for how long, but I know it's been a while, and I know he's gone because I used to, shortly after he passed away, I used to get up in the morning and try to run and beat him to the TV until I realized that I didn't really have to do that anymore. You know, it's just, but it's strange how she was just like, Cheyenne, what do you want? As if he was there in the flesh. And I always remember that. I'm like, I, I got up, I closed that door like, boom. I was like, what the heck? That stuff freaked me out because I'm like, at 13 years old, I know that this man has been deceased for a while. Again, I couldn't give you a precise time. It wasn't super long, but it was long enough to know that he wasn't around anymore. And for me to see that, it was like perfect timing, as if he walked by my room and went into my aunt's room. And I really believe and know that she seen him after he passed away. Now, she's still living in that same home. To me, that tells me she must have frequent visits from him and God knows who else. And like I said, my aunt was already kind of different. But maybe I'll leave that for another story. But yeah, I mean, I ain't got no reason to fabricate no story, anything. Like, literally, I seen it. I've always seen certain things, but that was a confirmation because the timing was like perfect. As soon as I seen something, I heard it, nothing, no footsteps, no anything. And my aunt had like this plastic type of rug where you can hear when people walk. I didn't hear anything. I know I saw a shadow figure like just go past the room like that, and I'm like, wait, I know in my 13-year-old head, I'm like, I know I'm hallucinating. And right in perfect time, my aunt was like, Cheyenne, what do you want? I dang near crapped up my pants, man. I pushed my legs and I closed that door. I'm like, what the hell? But see, it's another thing too. Certain things you might not understand when you're younger. If you make it and grow to be older, to start, and you start realizing that what we call life, a lot of times we may think we know, but soon as we think we know, the rabbit hole goes even deeper. You know, it is definitely more to life, and death is not the ending. You know what I'm saying? Your physical body will return from the earth from which it came, but to those real ones, your soul and spirit is forever. And maybe he had unfinished business, or I couldn't tell you why. Maybe certain people, I don't know if that was a haunting, a visitation, or whatever you want to call it, but it definitely was like, man, it was one of those stories, kind of definitely a little spooky back then. But I'm gonna end the video. I'm out.